Enter a new dimension, a new dimension, a new dimension, a new dimension. A new dimension on the bed. This short commercial is brought to you by Breezy Gas and Merch. If you would like to support the Breezy Gas and Merchandise movement, please follow the merchandise store on Instagram at Breezy Gas and Merch. Click the link in the description to browse the online store. The store sells t-shirts, sweaters, hats, sweats, joggers, and more. They also sell tin cups. It's very hot now, so place an order and drop some ice in a cup and carry on. Yes, Breezy Gas and yeah, that's the anthem. Thank you for tuning in. Have an awesome, blessed day. Hello, welcome to the Next Generation Matters podcast. I'm your host, Anemic Breeze, and today we have 3D and we have Limitless. How you guys doing today?
Good. Happy to be here.
No, you good. I'm doing pretty great, man. I'm a little tired on my shoulders, but it's another beautiful day. Enjoying the new year and just everything I've decided to do and step into my knowing. I'm feeling like I should be exactly where I'm at. So that's a wonderful feeling.
Yo. Yeah, I mean, to go off that, I'm very grateful to be here. I feel it all came together for a reason, even perfect timing when we sat down to have this interview. So I'm excited to see where it flows.
Okay, so 3D, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions first. We talked about film. How long have you been in film?
So I think my love for movies has been since a kid. When I got to college is really when I started filming my own type of radio show and doing stuff like that, and then evolving to where it is now. It's kind of like what I do for money, and I trade services, and my film services like one of my main sources of, just access to freedom. And I'm very grateful that I followed that little movie passion as a kid,
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Limitless. Pass the mic. This show is gonna be called Pass the Mic. Okay.
Or you put it like on a blunt or something, that'd be tight.
Huh?
You somehow like make something that disconnects to the blunt and then people just hit the blunt. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
Came to your show the last time, a few weeks back. You guys
Yes, sir.
performed some really good music. You guys do a lot of good poetry, and I think I remember you doing some poetry, right?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been doing poetry for?
Man, that's a good question. To be honest, like actually having the intention of like, hey, I'm doing poetry, I would say probably a year ago. Well, I was doing some DOE collective stuff out there in San Diego, and DOE is basically just a collective of artists. So the main thing is dropping our egos, divinity over everything, and we all just come together, share our resources, share our skills, and we just learn from each other and grow. And I was doing that out there, and one of the members is in there was a poet, and he wanted to do like some poetry. So we all decided to go to an open mic specific for poetry, and I was like in the space. I decided to like write something, and that's when I was like, I'm gonna start doing this, and then that was pretty much it. But I would say there's other times in me because one song that's actually out right now is called "Perfect Love." I wrote that as a poem with no beat because that's I guess you could say that's poetry. So rap in a sense is poetry, just rhythm assisted poetry, but get into poetry without the words, like a cappella poetry. I'd say I like really getting into that about a year ago. This interview actually is inspiring me to get into it more. I kind of just do it when it happens, But thank you for this opportunity to inspire me to now like, maybe I should tap into that a little more too, So I appreciate you asking that question.
Yeah, most definitely. 3D, pass the mic. It's gonna be called Pass the Mic. Okay. What about you? Have you ever written any poetry before? Have you ever fell in love with a girl and just want to write her a poem before?
Yeah,
We all been there.
I have multiple songs. But yeah, I think that's kind of, I've always understood rap as poetry. So like when I thought of like great writers, you know what I mean? I even was like super into my English class learning about great writers. I think continuing that into great writers like Nas and Eminem and stuff, I think it's all one and the same. So I've been a poet for a long time, and yeah, I think that's been one of my secrets throughout my life, is being able to put the love feeling into words and make that happen.
Pretty dope. Pass the mic. Limitless. Let's get on the flip side.
All right.
I heard a lit song by you.
Okay.
You was
Yeah.
talking about her hair being long and them thighs being thick.
Yeah, hell yeah.
What was the inspiration behind that?
Damn, probably at a party. There's a girl with some long hair. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I live all sides of the spectrum of life. I like to center down, really center into myself. Be, as you could say, some people would say spiritual. I'll just be me, at this point, but I can see why people label it as spiritual. Do things as yoga, poetry, or be in the club turning up, as long as it's good vibes and I'm around the right people and stuff, I'm never really tripping. So I think that really represents the duality kind of concept and realizing it's all one. Hence, hence why I like the creator name is Limitless. Because I don't like to limit myself to like, all right, I'm a poet or something, so I can't be doing that. I can't be doing this. Like as long as I'm cool in there and I'm feeling good and I know it's not going against anything I stand for, anything like that, then I'm good.
Right. 3D.
Yo.
This will be a question to both of you guys. But I'm gonna ask one question and you can pass the mic when you're done answering. What are your goals for the community? Like music wise, what do you want to do music wise to bring together the community? Whether it's hip hop, R&B, all type of music. What will be your goal to bring the community together as a whole?
So it's creating spaces like this where we're at right now, El Garaje. I think it takes a team of creatives coming together to create safe spaces for us to be able to express our art, and then working as dream workers with my brother here, Joe. We have this idea of creating sort of a artist combine for young aspiring artists in the high desert, where it's a connection, a network, gives you space to record and create, to perform, and to network with other artists and gain knowledge, information, and assets, anything that they need for the journey. So it's beautiful to see how everything is really just coming together. And I think one message that I just got today during a meditation card reading, um, be grateful for what is here and what is happening already. You know what I mean? Like it takes everyone coming together. You spontaneously walking into this room. This podcast was not planned, but I see the seeds being set here for the growth of everything. And so all I'm here just to be me at the end of the day and inspire people to be themselves, because I know we're all here for the same mission, same values, to enrich the community and create culture here in the high desert. And we're starting at the root, downtown El Garaje, Route 66. Shout out to Dago, the event coordinator at the spot, putting everything together.
Mm-hmm.
We're here, man, and it's a beautiful thing.
Thank you for sharing as well. Oh, were you? Did you want me to answer that as well? I
You could
wasn't
just
sure.
add a little bit of feedback to it.
Oh,
Like,
no.
what will be your personal goal to bring the community together,
Well,
or
honestly,
any ideas
I would
that
say
you
it
would
would
like to add on?
be we came together to like do that, so it's that. But personal wise, where I think I could provide the most value in a like concentrated manner would be the development of like mind, body, and soul. Not necessarily development, but the expansion of it. Kind of like understanding that and doing activities and facilitating that. So things through breath work, yoga, conscious conversations, working out. So the mind and body aspect would probably be my best way concentrated, but just having the intention, and flowing with that intention and doing whatever actions need to happen for that to happen, which is basically elevate our hometown, because that was our main goals coming into this. So me personally, I was in San Diego at a certain point. I realized I should have I should be out here checking up on my mom, in a sense of helping her develop better habits, at least in my opinion. It's all perspective. But doing that as well with building my body, because I could tell I needed to focus on my body a little bit, and then elevate the hometown. 3D asked like, "Hey, bro, why don't we do this out here in the hometown?" He just came back from touring. I was in San Diego, and he was like, "I see what you're doing out there. Like, why don't we come do it out here?" And I was like, "All right, let's
And,
get it."
and you know what? You guys really have some really good music. You guys are a group, right?
In a sense, yeah.
So you guys are independent artists, but then you guys
Yeah.
come together on a lot of collaborations. Okay,
Synergy of energies.
so
Yeah.
3D. Pass the mic to 3D. Okay, so 3D.
Yep.
When you are the creator the mastermind. Both of you guys are masterminds, but I feel like for your own craft, you are the mastermind of your music. Like, do you have any futuristic music or anything that's out right now that people can go follow and go stream?
So not right now. I've been doing this for a while. I've been creating with a lot of people for a while, performing for a while.
Okay.
But the way I consider is I'm entering my rookie season into the official game by dropping my first official single on January 19th, the third Thursday of 2023, and it's going to be Latin Grammy. And so with that, I'm gonna keep dropping some of my favorite songs that I've ever made just continuously. And what I'm really feeling like my futuristic sound, or what I'm doing to push the culture forward, in my opinion, is bringing us back to a cohesive album, of creating an album that's one complete story, that has one complete vision throughout the entire thing, and taking the listener on a journey through the universe in as many ways as possible. So that's coming as well. I'm just grateful to be here and be at a place where I'm ready to share everything with the world, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Well, what about you, Limitless? Do you have any like any singles or anything, any futuristic projects coming out that that the fans can look for?
Um, yeah, I would say I got a couple singles out. Project wise, I got a couple stuff brewing. It's a lot of stuff with like perspective. What's the word I'm looking for here? Innovative type things, in a sense where I'm different, in the sense of like in that exact way that it's going down has never been done before. I don't want to speak on it too much yet, but just, and then I would say to give a clue to that is like merging with technology, in the sense of using where it's evolved to more into modern day stuff, whether it's music videos or stuff like that, you know.
I
So,
definitely want to get some music videos going. Me and PD got to tap in.
yeah, most def. And then other than that, yeah.
Okay. Pass the mic.
Yo, yo, yo.
What is your top music video right now?
What does that mean?
Like, okay, I'm sorry about that. What, like, what do you feel that's your top creation for your one of your music videos?
So I think, kind of to go on the futuristic technology of what we've been doing, I think a lot of my videos have been for other people and kind of learning the mechanics of the camera.
Right.
I think at this point, where when I create for what I'm doing, it's even taking what I've done for others to the next level, and how I feel. So I'd say one of my favorite. Okay, besides all that, one thing that I will share with you is one of my favorite videos I've done is my video to Liftoff. And the reason why I love that one, because it's a completely animated music video that takes you on an astronaut's journey. And I'll leave it there. And then you'll see all the futuristic stuff when
Okay.
we'll be here when you are.
Okay. Also, where can the people find you? Follow your socials, your Instagram, your music. Give them
Yeah.
all that. You go
So
first and then Limitless.
So all my music is 3D Perez, Perez. You know, I gotta hold it down for my roots. I'm half Mexican, half Salvadorian.
Okay.
And then High Desert Homie. So that's my hometown, High Desert. I'm representing the hometown. So any social media, you find me as High Desert Homie, and you'll see what together we're doing as dream workers to elevate the city, to elevate the artists, and to unlock our, I think speaking for you too, our true inner artists and our highest potential, and be that light for the city. So High Desert Homie anywhere, and then on Spotify and all those streaming platforms is 3D Perez. But yeah, pay me directly. You know what I mean? Don't pay me through Spotify.
For mine, my Instagram is going to be _ Joe Poppy, JOPAPPI _. That should cover all. And then through there, you'll be able to see all my other social medias. But yeah, just give me a follow. You'll be able to stay tapped into everything we're doing together and everything I'm doing personally. It's been a wild journey for my life, and it's cool to see where I've developed into now and how it's going to activate, and I'm going to show it to the world. And I could just tell the benefit it's gonna bring. So tap in, follow, and I'd love to see y'all.
Sure. Yeah, you guys have any before we get up out of here, do you guys have any special shout outs that you guys want to give any shout outs to anybody?
Shout out Victory Life. Shout out Garaje Route 66. Shout out Major Work Studios. Shout out Essential Eclipse. Shout out Physique Body Sculpting. Shout out the Warriors Journey Network. Shout out. What else you want to shout out? Shout out Planet Fitness hooking up with those massages all the time. Shout out Oreos just for doing their shit all the time. Never fails.
Right now, bro, too. So shout out to your podcast.
Next Generation Matters podcast.
Man,
Because the next generation matters.
Man, I appreciate the message you're giving through this podcast as well.
Thank you.
What else? Honestly, anyone who's loved me, supported me throughout this whole journey, and I want to say thank you because I know now it's time for like it to flip in the sense of like now I got you guys for when I was going through what I had to go through for all this to happen. So shout out to y'all, and I got you like I always knew I would. So that'd be my last shout out as well.
Definitely.
I'm gonna do shout out Force Studios as well. Gotta shout out Force Studios. But yeah, nah, I appreciate you.
Anyone that showed love, just in case we missed, we're in the moment, we're a little toasty, We're in the moment, we're a little toasty. So anyone that showed love, if you have, like we love y'all, appreciate it, and just shout out to everyone who has a similar vision, even if we haven't even come into contact with people who just want to help, want to give back, who want the best for themselves, which allows them to want the best for others. So shout out to all y'all out here, holding it down for everybody else.
And shout out to you watching this right now. Shout you out.
Well, this is the Next Generation Matters podcast. We have Limitless and 3D. Appreciate y'all for coming on. Y'all my special guests. Most definitely. Oh, and one thing before you go. Before we did this podcast, they did like a peaceful relaxation. Can one of you guys explain that to the people who's ever gone through like a tough time? I have a friend, not to put his business out there, but he's going through a tough time right now, and he was talking about going on the other side of the dirt, and I was like, you don't need to do that, what type of advice would you guys give out to somebody that's going through like bad suicidal thoughts or anything like that?
Okay, that one could be interesting. But what's happening intuitively for me is just become real self-aware, and sometimes that's easier said than done, but become self-aware. And what I mean by that is allow yourself to create space in whichever way you do that. Through me, I had to meditate. At one point there was a really brain fog in my mind, and even meditating wasn't necessarily working. So I can't give one exact example, but finding what gives you space to just be and interact and be in the moment, usually things you love to do, and do those, which allow to like a separation of those loops of thoughts that are going on in your head, separate from them so you can realize that is not you. That's not what you have to identify. In a sense, the way I look at it, it's like a virus in your mind, and it could be a chip. I'm not saying things we have went through are not necessarily bad or anything like that. It happens, we feel it, we process it, we let it go. But the reoccurring thoughts can be the sense of what I mean as the virus, and it's still in there trying to create the same feeling, which me personally, I would want to keep feeling that, So if you don't want to feel that no more, become aware of your thoughts. I do it personally through like meditation, breath work, music, punching bags, so like boxing, sports in general, games, like even if it's board games, stuff that's engaging, gets me out of like the thought loops. And then usually video games, whatever works, everyone's different. So find those things that get you out of there, and then reflect a lot as well. So it's gonna be a process of reflecting and realizing what it is that you want to create as well, because you might be in a certain pattern of thoughts that are not as beneficial. If you could just shift out of those through action, through repetition, daily actions of repetitions that are going to happen daily, like let's say working out more, doing more meditation, changing up the daily habits that you're having on a daily. And yeah. If you guys want more details on that, you can follow me on the page that I mentioned again, which is _JOPAPPI _. And in that bio, there'll be a page that's specific for that kind of stuff, which is like self-development, event planning, stuff like that. But that one's going to be mostly for like self-development as well. So go ahead and follow that one. That one's Limitless 11, Dreamworker 11. So if you guys want to go ahead and follow that one, and if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me on there. We could figure something out for anyone who's kind of going through that. I'm here, but at the end of the day, I realized I can't force someone to drink water. Like they say, you can take the horse to the water. So I can't like force. You can't expect me to go to you, but I'm telling you, whoever's watching this, I'm more than willing to help. It's just up for you to want to come to me because I can't go through the screen. If I could, I would. I go through the screen like, oh, it's you. But I can't do that. So just hit me up and don't feel any type of like it's a free space. It's a safe zone. Trust me, I've been through a lot, and I could share that once we're having that convo. So and I have no problem with being vulnerable and anything like that. So I hope you can feel the same and know that there is people and there is spaces that you can get through that. And as long as you know that, then you're good because it does take a community as well. You can do it by yourself, but why not do it with the community? Why not do it with people that actually care? And that's in a sense what's being created here at the Garaje Route 66, a creative hub for in general to get people out of those mind states, to teach people skills, just development. So tap in, y'all. We're here for you. But at the end of the day, I can't force you. I just really want the message to get across that I'm down to help. So
Yeah, and to go off that, I think, I personally went through the same scenario, and what my understanding, what sent me on the journey of trying meditation, healing crystals, eating healthy, working out, doing all that thing, was getting to a point where I had made the decision to do that, how you put on the other side of the dirt, and there was something, some sort of universal message, however you want to describe it, that hit me. Um, and made me understand the decision I was making. And it, to break it down into a small scenario, is like, imagine the pain that I would be causing my little sister if I did that, and that pain would still be there after my body is gone. And it was the understanding that I was not that body, I was the energy within that body. And my energy, by making that decision, was making the decision to hurt the person I love most in this world. And in that realization, I realized I could make a decision to make my energy anything I wanted on this planet. And from that decision is what started this healing journey. And like kind of what Joe Poppy Limitless said, meditation is something that works for me. Breath work is something that works for me. I think finding whatever works for you is always good. And then a big reason why I do this, and I think we do this, is we understand the importance of community and being there for each other, especially through moments like that. So finding like-minded people, just being out there and putting yourself out into the world and understanding that you're going to be met with love and people who, just trust in you. And there's people like us in this room creating these spaces all over the world, all over the country, all over the galaxy. So we're here for you. We all feel it. And once you make that decision, it starts from there.
one thing from you sharing that I felt like I forgot and I want to mention as well is knowing your why. So I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all and like getting out of those situations and those mind loops is not like, I mean, it can happen. I'm not gonna put a limit on it either. It's not just like, oh, there it is, I'm good. It's gonna be a process to grow through it and just know your why. Figure out what it is your why. Like what made me think about it is when he said he figured out like, dang, look at the harm I'll be causing to my sister. So maybe one of the whys is like, I'm gonna get out of here so I cannot be causing harm to my sister. So it could be any why for you, and no why is better than the other, but figuring out whatever is your why and keeping that why strong through anything you go through, all the trials and tribulations and the growing and all that. So
Yeah.
Hey, that was really deep. Give give the people your your Instagrams again and your information. We're gonna close it on out. That way, if they ever forgot, like that way.
underscore Joe Poppy. Oh yeah. So underscore Joe Poppy.
Okay.
So it's gonna be underscore JOPAPPI underscore, and we'll be good there. Through the Instagram, you'll be able to figure out any other platforms you want to go to.
Okay. And then you 3D.
And then mine is High Desert Homie. The High Desert Homie. Actually, no. It's just High Desert Homie. No, just High Desert Homie. And then to see all the new stuff and stay current with the now, you can follow dreamworkers.art. And that's really where I think we're both at a point where we've been doing this, and now it's like, let's show them what actually dream working is. So we created a page to just bring people on our journey and inspire.
So This is the Next Generation Matters podcast. We had Limitless 3D. They gave us some game. We soaking all the game in. And I'm your host, Anemic Breeze, and we up out of here. Peace.
Peace.